I'm Trainer James, and today I'm bringing you Gruul Aggro in Alchemy Best of 3. Gruul is my favorite guild from Ravnica. It's also my favorite colors, green-red, so I'm excited to be bringing you Gruul in Alchemy Best of 3. So, what is our deck all about? Well, as you can see here, we have a lot of hasty threats. Kumano faces Kakkazan starts as an enchantment, but eventually turns into a 2/2 haste creature. It can also pump up a creature with a +1/+1 counter on its second step. Yavimaya Iconoclast for 1 and a green is a 3/2 elf with kicker for a single red. So for 3 mana, it can enter the battlefield as a 4/3 with haste and trample. And this is a new card from Dominaria United. We have Reckless Stormseeker, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Reckless Stormseeker does. Thundering Raiju is also here. We have 4 copies of it because we also have a counters theme along with haste. We have plenty of creatures that can gain counters. Halana and Alena being one of those creatures that puts counters on another creature. So Halana and Alena can't put counters on themselves, unfortunately, but Halana and Alena put counters on a creature, give them haste. Seems good. And then Shivan Devastator, another new creature from Dominaria United. For X and a red, it's a 0/0, but it has flying and haste, and it enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. So for 5 mana, we can basically build a Goldspan Dragon, except when it gets targeted by a spell, it doesn't create treasures. But, you know, it can get bigger than a Goldspan Dragon, which is better, in my opinion. And then, okay, so those are our hasty threats. So let's look at our counters. Our counter theme, we have Kumano faces Kakkazan, Thundering Raiju, Halana and Alena, Shivan Devastator. We have Quirion Beastcaller, which is a new creature from Dominaria United. For 1 and a green, it's a 2/2. And then anytime you cast another creature spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on Quirion Beastcaller, and then when it dies, you can distribute its counters among any number of other creatures that we control. And then Tenacious Pup here, an Alchemy exclusive card. For a single green, you get a 1/2 wolf that when it enters the battlefield, we gain a life, which is good against the mono red decks out there that like to just hit us hard and burn us out. And then it also, when you cast your next creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter, trample counter, and vigilance counter. So it makes our next creature spell that we cast huge. Also gives them trample and vigilance, which is awesome. And then another creature, our other creature in the deck, rather, is Rahilda. We have a very, very minor werewolf theme. We have 2 Rahilda and 4 Reckless Stormseeker, but Rahilda can get in because it has first strike. It's a 2/2 on its human side. Actually, it's a 2/2 on its werewolf side too, but it has double strike on its werewolf side. First strike on its human side, but whenever it attacks a human, or whenever it attacks an opponent, we get to basically steal one of their non-land cards from their library, and then we can pay generic mana to cast whatever we steal from them. And then as for removal, we have 3 Tail Swipe, which is also a new card from Dominaria. For a single green, choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you cast a spell during your main phase, the creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then those creatures fight each other. It's no Blizzard Brawl, but Blizzard Brawl was last standard in last Alchemy, and we just don't have that anymore. So we got to deal, you know, we've got to use the removal that we are given. And then we also have 4 copies of Lightning Strike because it can take out an opponent's creature, but it can also just straight up hit the opponent for 3 damage. And then as you see, our land base here, 4 Rockfall Vale, 4 Karplusan Forest, 5 Forest, 8 Mountains, 1 Sokenzan, Crucible of Defiance, and 1 Boseiju who endures. And then as for our sideboard, we are running 3 Pithing Needle because there are a lot of planeswalkers out there. There's Liliana of the Vale, which was introduced to Magic Arena with Dominaria United. There's the Wandering Emperor. There's Tasha, which Tasha is exclusive to Alchemy. And then we have one Abrade, acts as a removal, but can also destroy an artifact if our opponent's playing, you know, like an Oni Call Anvil or something. Ambergris, Citadel Agent. She has Specialize, and granted, we can only specialize into the red and green versions, but she has Haste, and for 3 mana, she's a 3/2, so good against control decks where we can just play her, hit the opponent immediately. Brittle Blast deals 5 damage to a creature or a planeswalker, and then every other creature and planeswalker on the battlefield under the opponent's control. When they die, they get exiled instead of dying. So any decks that care about, you know, things dying, Brittle Blast is good at negating that, essentially. We're running a 3rd copy of Shivan Devastator in our sideboard against control decks mostly. 3 copies of Tamiya's Safekeeping. Again, good against control, but also good against, you know, the black decks that want to take out our creatures with spot removal, such as Infernal Grasp. We have 2 Outland Liberators, deals with enchantments, deals with artifacts. 1 Yuan-Ti Scaleshield, good against control decks as well. You know, gives all of our creatures indestructible. So that's good. And then 2 more Ulvenwald Oddities, 2 green for a 4/4 with haste, trample. Again, good against control decks, just being able to play it for 4 mana, hit the opponent for 4 damage. So yeah, this is our Gruul Aggro deck for Alchemy Best of 3. Let's go ahead, get to some matches, and I will see you on the battlefield. Way first. Okay. So, I want to play this so we could play Kumano faces Kakkazan. But if we don't get another land, then we don't get the benefit of the +1/+1 counter, aside from playing Shivan Devastator on, you know, X = 0. So I'm just going to play this first. Phoenix? Chick? Okay. Yeah, see? No land. Look at that. Look at that. No land. Okay. Try to make Rahilda as big as possible. Because our opponent's on mono red, so they are undoubtedly playing removal. Rahilda. Sure. Could use another land, you know. Could use another land. See what Rahilda takes. Defiler of Instinct, okay. I'm gonna pass the turn. Put a stop here. Okay. Yeah, I meant to hit that with a lightning strike before I, you know, or before they got the double team off. I totally forgot. Ooh, Halana and Alena. Oh my gosh. Well, they are going to have to attack with a werewolf in order to use those. So, I guess if they can traumatic prank our Rahilda again. Oh my gosh. So we can hit him for 8. Get him down to 6 if we lightning strike this. Okay. Pass the turn. No. Oh man, okay. Down to 6. Lightning strike. That only deals 4. Okay, so let's see. Play Rabbit Battery. Pass a turn. Don't tell me they have 2 play with fires. Oh, I guess Rahilda's just gonna kill us though, huh? Kumano, okay. Kumano into Rahilda into Yavimaya. Phoenix Chick? Put a +1/+1 counter on electrostatic infantry. Okay. Well, bam. Attack. For 9. Take a Shivan Devastator. Ancestral Anger, okay, fine. Something tells me they have a play with fire. That's why they held this back. But that is okay. Yeah. Okay. this. Get rid of you. Still hit him for 5. Take a lightning strike, okay. Sure. Could have potentially held on to that to attack next turn, but if they kill Rahilda before we get to attack, then the lightning strike would just be gone. Oh yeah. So, I did not mean to do a best of 3 match with this deck because I don't have a sideboard for it. But nonetheless, here we are. Oh, buddy. Okay. That is a lot of land, considering we are going up against a mono-red deck, and they are on the play. We're going to be quick out of the gate. Okay, 1 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop. With a lightning strike. I don't know if I could play Tail Swipe. Just because if I go to target my Tenacious Pup onto one of their creatures and they just take out the pup, then we kept Tail Swipe for no reason. So I'm going to put it back. Lightning Strike can definitely kill something. Ooh, Halana and Alena. Okay. Make this into a 3/4. If they have yeah, okay, fine. Oh, pass the turn. I mean, they'll eventually play something that Lightning Strike can hit. My turn. Play this. Make it into a 4/4. Phoenix Chick, fine. Play this. Wha-bam. Down to 5 they go. We still have a Lightning Strike in hand. Right on! No sideboard! Opponent gets to go first. Alright, we'll keep this hand. You're on black with a Shambling Ghast. Kumano faces Kakkazan. Okay, they're on Rakdos. have to deploy this now. Because I have a feeling they have a Voltage Surge in hand. So even if we play this, it's a 3/3, they can just sack the blood and kill it. But if we play this first, then we play this... Darn it. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so let's play Rahilda. Bam. So I played Rahilda. Okay, Rahilda can't be cut down right now because she's a 3/3. And 3 + 3 = 6. I have a feeling they definitely have Voltage Surge. Yeah. Okay, so there goes their blood. Next turn, that means we could play Quirion Beastcaller into Tenacious Pup, which will put the counter on the Beastcaller. But they could have cut down right here. Okay. We'll see if they remember about so if they block with just Shambling Gas, thinking they can -1/-1 the etchings of Kumano, Shambling Gas would get exiled instead. So yeah. Auto pay. Bam. So now, even if this dies, we at least get to put a counter on something. Right on. Right on! Okay, get rid of our tail swipes. And put in Tamio's safekeepings. Pardon me. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see. This cares about dying. They probably have other creatures that care about dying. So we can bring in a Brittle Blast. That will oh, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, because this will make it so that the creatures they have on board will get exiled instead of die. We can get rid of one Halana and Alena. They have ways of dealing with Halana and Alena are only good if you have another creature on board anyways, because they can't give the counters to themselves. So, anything else we want? We could take out this Halana and Alena and bring in Yuan-Ti Scaleshield. But we'll just go like this for now. Wow. I mean, look, if you didn't have to play lands, I would keep this hand. A 1-drop into a good 2-drop. Into, you know, a good 3-drop into a 4-drop. Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't know. I almost clicked keep. We'll keep this hand, though. What do we send back, though? A mountain? I mean, look. So, Yavimaya Iconoclast is really good if you can kick it, but if you can't, well, you know. Honestly, I should have played Rockfall Vale first. I don't know why I thought of playing Mountain first. I just wasn't even thinking. So that's why I played it first. Bam. So, okay, so if we put the counter on this, right? Then it enters as a 4/3, but we're going to kick it, so it's a 5/4 that can block with both creatures and kill it, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. Kick it. Kick it. Attack with both. Okay. Got him down to 13. It's 4/3 with trample. Next turn, we can Tenacious Pup into Rahilda. Molten Impact. Cool. Fine. Ooh, too bad we didn't have another land. Now you said if a creature dealt damage this turn by a source you control would die, exile instead. So a Lightning Strike would exile the Shambling Ghast. If we wanted to do that. Alright, I'm just going to attack with the Etchings. See if they want to block with the Shambling Ghast. Deadly Dispute. Still legal in Alchemy. Thanks to Baldur's Gate, as is, you know, Shambling Ghast and Prosperous Innkeeper. Oh. Okay, well, that is one way of dealing with it, I guess. So, let's do Tenacious Pup. Into Rahilda. Something tells me they have a Voltage Surge. Epic here. Fine. Blood Tithe Harvester, okay. Well, in that case, let's do this. See what we get. I want to put a stop on their upkeep so we can Lightning Strike the Blood Tithe Harvester before it has a chance to, you know, trigger, because it, yeah, activates only as a sorcery. Well, bam! We're gonna draw one card. Which which means they won't be able to flip it today. But they could potentially find a removal spell for Rahilda, which is what they're definitely looking for. Ooh, Liliana!
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
Target player sacrifices a creature, so they don't get to choose which creature we sack.
Sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, they must. We have... Okay, so... Pardon me. Okay, so... Before we do anything, we could play this land, we could play Thundering Raiju, right? Put the counter on Rahilda, attack with this. Rahilda attacks for 8, right? So... If they put all 3 in front of Rahilda, Rahilda still gets in for 5, plus the Thundering Raiju gets in for 3. That kills them. Not to mention the trigger from Thundering Raiju. If we put the counter on Thundering Raiju, attacks for 6, knocks them to 7 because they already have a counter. I think 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, so we're just gonna kick Yavimaya Iconoclast because... Well, I guess they can gain a life with the Only Call Anvil, huh? Okay, let's do this. Attack for 10. They activate this. They gain a life. They go to 8, which would sack one of these, but I guess they're still dead anyways. Okay. Oh. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of Liliana, because we could have, with our sideboard, could have added in the Pithing Needles. Actually, Pithing Needle stops Only Call Anvil as well. Yes. Oh, eaten alive. I guess we can, as an additional cost, exile target. Let's target I'm gonna target you. Sack this.
Fine, I'll take my zombies and leave.
Let's see what they do. See if they can do anything. This is a 3/3 with trample and first strike. Right on! Gruul! 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 Three Rockfall Vales and the opponent goes first. This is a very slow hand. This is kind of slow too, but we're gonna put you back. I say it's only, well, okay, so technically it's 2, 3, into 4. So, it's not that bad. The opponent's on Esper. Voice of the Blast, okay. Let's play Beastcaller. See what they decide to do. We have a Lightning Strike for the Voice of the Blessed. I probably want to kill this thing. Oh, buddy. Bam! Attack with both. Not really sure what Esper life gain is here. Okay. There's our Beastcaller, but we get to put the counter on you. So you're still a 4/3. Okay. Fine. Might as well attack. They're not going to block with it, so... And we just go for this. Hit him for 4 again. Have a couple lightning strikes in case this thing gets a little too big. We are going to need another land, though. We are going to need another land. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Whenever another creature... Alright, let's attack. Pass the turn. I think I'm gonna lightning strike this Voice of the Blessed. Get it out of here before it gets out of range of becoming too big. All right. Well, let's hit him with a Reckless Stormseeker. Feels like that they have removal in hand. Void Rend. Yeah, okay. Get him down to 7. Ooh, Isaiah. Oh, this card. I forgot about this card. This card's a problem. Very hard to deal with. virtually impossible for us to deal with, other than bringing in Pithing Needle, but they do have Void Rend, so... Okay, well... No attacks. Blocks. Go down to 2. Go down to 2. Let's see if they want to block. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, they can still just kill us. They should attack with everything. Yeah. Okay. So let us see. Pithing Needle. Rid of the tail swipes. You. Halana. Bring in a braid for the Voice of the Blessed. Bring in the Tamio Safekeeping, the Yuan-Ti. Is that it? Let's see. 3 Pithing Needle, 3 Tamio Safekeeping. Take out 2 Kumanos, I guess. And let's see. How about... Target player draws X, loses X, or X is the number of cards in their graveyard. Bring in a couple oddities, I guess. They're big, hasty creatures that specialized. So what? Ulvenwald Oddity, big, hasty creature that Lysel that can't specialize, can't profitably block. No green mana. Our only creature is a Shivan Devastator. Okay. Looks better. 1 drop into 2 drop into 3 drops. Keep. Let's do this. No. Githyanki Warrior. Which means they'll have to spend a Void Rend on this, on the Pithing Needle, if they want to specialize it. Rahilda. Bam. Luminarch Veteran. I mean, it's not terrible. Can gain his life. We'll just pass the turn though. Keep up a Braid. This puts us on night. So if we get another land and if they can't switch it to day, then we can play Reckless Stormseeker. We can also abrade this Death Toucher. Gain a life. Okay. Let's take you out. Let's attack. Steal 2 of their things. A Void Rand and a Lysel. Okay. Putting that land back has hurt us. If I'd have known we were going to draw 2 more Yavimaya Iconoclast, I would have put, you know, the Yavimaya Iconoclast back instead of the land. But you know. You know. Of course. Angel of Unity, okay. They're on those clerics. You a cleric? You are a cleric. Okay. So that's what they're playing. They're playing Esper Clerics. This thing's gonna be huge! Not going to be. Is. This thing is huge. Should have saved my Braid. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Has Death Touch and Lifelink. Oh, buddy. Down to 2 we go. With no way to take out the Voice of the Blessed. Oh, man. I guess if we didn't cast this, we could have attacked and Void Rended, used Void Rend on their Voice of the Blessed, but either way, we're dead next turn, so doesn't matter. Yeah, alright. The opponent gets to go first. We have Kumano into nothing. Okay. Well. I guess us playing Tenacious Pup first forces them, if they want to attack, to power this up. Well, let's do that. Get our life back because of Tenacious Pup. Or they can just use a removal spell on it. Okay. No attacks. Might be on mono black. Sure. Kills our pup, unfortunately, but you know. Becomes a Phyrexian human creature with base power and toughness 3/3. Alright, we're gonna Reckless Stormseeker. Make this thing into a 4/5. Vigilance and Trample. Of course, Infernal Grasp, yeah. No attacks. Blocks. See if they decide to power it up. Or, you know, play a City Stalker Connoisseur. What did I tell ya? What did I tell ya? Okay. Attacks. Our opponent can power this up for 2 mana. Oh, they can fully power it up now. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. Use a lightning strike on that, so it can't get any bigger. Halana and Alena? Okay. Well, bam. They don't have a cut down, which is nice. Hopefully they don't. They might. No blocks. Oh, they've got something. Okay, Curse Weakness. Oh, are you kidding me? This is where Halana and Alena is just terrible. No other creatures. What was this? Biting Palm Ninja? No blocks. We're down to 7. Opponent goes up to 20. Oh my gosh, another one. No attacks. I mean, either way, we're dead. Yep. Tail Slide, get rid of Halana and Alena. Braid. Brittle Blast. Some safekeepings. I feel like they definitely have Liliana in their deck as well. One Kumano, one Tenacious for 2 Pithing Needles. Okay, fine. Well, you tapped. Well, you on turn 2. You'll come in with the counter. Follow up with Thundering Raiju. Two or greater, you choose a card from among those, exile that card. That player drafts a card from... What's in your... Oh, it's just a bunch of... Cool. Oh boy. Sacrifice creature, search a library for a creature card that shares a creature type with the sacrifice. Take an extra turn after this one. I mean, all of these are kind of... Alright, fine, I'll take this. this. Shadowheart. So much for the counter. Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. Okay. Put the counter here. They can block it. It gets exiled. Infernal Grasp. Ooh. It's not bad. I mean, it does fly, so... So it gets past the, oh, what's his name? The dude that makes you discard. Oh, Connoisseur. It gets past the Connoisseur because it flies. Also gets past Shadowheart. Shadowheart can't block it because it flies. Okay. What you? What you? Take him down to 5. No cards in hand. Next turn we can sack this and kill their Shadowheart Cleric. Go to 9. Oh boy. Bam! Get out of here. Yeah. Right on. Shadowheart Cleric of Graves. Yeah, I guess we'll keep... We still have the 2 Pithing Needles that can turn off Shadow Graves, or at least stop it from specializing. Play Tenacious Pup. Ooh. Attack here. Play Quirion. Oh wait, even if they kill it, at least the counter gets put on Tenacious Pup. Good old shakedown heavy. Do we just attack with both? Sure. Bam. Make Rahilda a 4/4. Next turn we play Thundering Raiju. gonna attack with Rahilda, see if they block. Curse of Leeches. Okay. Beginning of an enchanted player's upkeep, they lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. I mean, sure. We'll gain a life. City Stalker Connoisseur. Double lightning strike though, so that's good. Could play this for 2. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to attack with both. Take out one of them. Rahilda's gonna kill the other. Pass turn. Hopefully they don't make us discard the Shivan Devastator. Because I would like to play it for a 4-4. Or as a 4-4. But if it turns out I should have just played it as a 2-2, it's going to be upsetting. Because we could have gotten in, you know, an extra 2 damage. Our opponent could also have the Despair. Invoke Despair. Yeah, see, okay. Should have just played it. Because of course... Well, actually, let's do this. I'm gonna flip it to Knight. This is an instant, so... Unless they give us something good to use. Biting Palm Ninja. Put a menace counter on it whenever it deals combat. When you do, that player reveals their hand and chooses a non-land card from it. I mean, I guess we could next turn attack and just ninjutsu the Tenacious Pup with it, right? Maybe? I don't know if that works the same way since it's exiled. I am just gonna pass the turn though. Okay. I can evolve it again. What's this become? Yeah, let's take you out. Okay. Woo! 4. Well, Well, they have to block Rahilda now. And it doesn't. Ninjutsu doesn't work from exile. So, that's good to know. Down to 3 they go. Down to 2 they go. They will go back up to 3 because of Curse of Leeches. Looking for answers. No answers. And we got a lightning strike anyways, so. Right on. So, those were the matches with our Gruul Aggro deck for Alchemy Best of 3. Obviously, I didn't go into this expecting to play Best of 3. I actually meant to play Best of 1 with this deck right here, which is why our very first game didn't have a sideboard. But since we went ahead and won that match despite not having a sideboard, I figured, you know what, I'm just going to build a sideboard and just keep playing Best of 3 with this deck and see how well it does. And how well did it do? Well, as you can see, we had a 75% win rate, 50% on the play, 70% on the draw. You know, across 4 matches, it took an hour. We won our mono black matchup. We won our mono red matchup without a sideboard. We won our Rakdos matchup, but we did lose to Esper, unfortunately. You know, can't win all the time. Except for the times that you can. But yeah, this was Gruul Aggro in Alchemy Best of 3. I really enjoyed this deck. I think, though, having 2 Halana and Alena in the deck, I don't think you need it. I don't think you need Halana and Alena in this deck. Despite Halana and Alena being really great creatures, when you play Halana and Alena and they are the only creatures on the battlefield, they don't do a whole lot. They're just a 2/3 with first strike and reach, and that's it. So I think I would go down to 1 Halana and Alena and up to 3 Shivan Devastator. Keep the 4th one in the board still. Or you could even get rid of Halana and Alena and just play Arlen, the Pax Hope. Arlen would actually seem pretty good in this deck as well, because then you could play her. You can minus her. Okay, hold on. Let's do Arlen. Right, so you can play her for the same amount of mana, 2 red and a green. Comes down with 4 loyalty. We can -3 her and create 2 2/2 green wolf tokens. Or you can +1 her. And then until your next turn, you may cast creature spells as though they had flash, and each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, which actually fits into our counters theme. So, you know, Thundering Raiju cares about counters, and so, yeah. Maybe you just replace Halana and Alena with an Arlen. I'll have to give that a try. But anyways, this was Gruul Aggro for Alchemy Best of 3. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.